Hi, Tracy. It's good to see you again. I know you run Express CIC, which is in Tolworth and helping families with autistic children and young people. And of course, it's Autism Awareness Day today, where we celebrate autism and raise awareness. So tell me about what you do in the community and how important today is.
Right. Today, we celebrate autism every day at Express CIC. Today is good for raising awareness in the community. We've limited on what we can do because of the current situation. We usually run lots of awareness events, leading up to today and in Autism Awareness Week. We did have our conference that was meant to happen in March, but obviously that's had to be postponed. And that's a big celebration as well, where we have autistic speakers and it's for families and professionals to come along to. So we will be running that later on in the year. But generally, what we run in the community is therapy groups for autistic children and young people and their siblings, and we run parent support. Most of our work is group work and face-to-face work, so we're challenged a little bit what we're doing at the moment, but we're still running email and telephone support, and we've moved some of our groups over to Zoom, and we're trying to run some more therapy sessions. We're just looking at funding to try and roll that out to more families.
I was going to ask you, you've half answered already, how coronavirus is affecting you and you people who you help. Is there anything special about how coronavirus people need to prepare for it and think about it? Clearly, people are a bit cooped up in their houses, and that potentially is an opportunity, but potentially comes with more strains as well. Are you giving advice about how people cope with it?
Yes, well, we got lots of information that we've been sending out to the families that are already known to us. We put a lot out on social media as well, on our Facebook and Twitter. And so as we come across information, we're sending it out. But what we would generally say is, find a structure that works for your family. Each family is different. Each young person on the autism spectrum is different. So what works for one might not necessarily work for another. Exactly. Obviously, families know their autistic loved ones the best. And I think it's giving young people the chance to spend more time on their special interests and hobbies. Doing the things that help them relax, and trying not to worry about all the other things like the education side and things like that at the moment. Just try and work as a family.
And are you finding people have got extra worries? I mean, there may be financial worries for some, which is a big thing that I'm trying to work on as the local MP and working with colleagues in Parliament. But then there's a worry about the actual epidemic.
Yeah, I think, generally, autistic people live in a heightened state of anxiety anyway, and obviously that can come across in behaviours, it can come across in not eating and things like that. The things that I would be concerned about is the autistic people we don't know about, so that might be adults in the community, aren't known to services or aren't reaching out to services. So I would really encourage people to check on their neighbours if they know that they have somebody that maybe a bit isolated anyway, to really check, because we know a lot of autistic people that won't ask for help. It might be they don't know how to, it might be because they don't want to. It doesn't mean to say that they're not struggling. So I'd be concerned about those people. I'd also be concerned about families that are struggling to get the food they need for their children. Many autistic people have limited or restricted diets, so it might be harder to get those items. So I would suggest that they contact either ourselves or another local voluntary organisation, because there's a lot of support in Kingston, but it's just getting those people linked up and letting them know about support.
I think it's a really good point. I mean, the Kingston Council's worked with the voluntary sector to build something called Kingston Stronger Together, where there's a single telephone number, and if people need help with getting food, with getting prescriptions, you know, anything, that sort of stuff, they're bringing the volunteers together. And I'm told it's working okay, but it needs to be promoted, because there'll be a lot of people out there who haven't heard of Kingston Stronger Together and don't know how to get in touch.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also helping people get in touch sometimes, because even using the telephone can be really, really difficult for some autistic people.
Yeah.
I mean, I have I have an autistic friend that I text him beforehand to let him know I'm going to ring at a specific time, let him know what that conversation is going to be about, and that helps reduce his anxiety. And then we have more relaxed conversations. So I think it's being aware of things like that as well. It's great putting a telephone number out, but not everyone can access a telephone conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky. And are you thinking about what happens afterwards? Hopefully, I mean, it might be phased as people have to gradually adjust, because it might not go back straight to normal immediately. But one hopes that we might be able to meet other people and socialize again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we can't wait to meet, see our groups again and meet our families. Face work is really, really important to us. Our support groups, people are coming together. It's much easier to do that in a face-to-face environment. Lots of people struggle, like on things like this, in terms of it doesn't feel natural, and I think. So we look forward to that. We look forward to running our groups again. But what we have to bear in mind as well is any transition period for our young people is difficult. So maybe this long period of being out of school. I mean, I know some of our young people are still in school, some aren't. Some families have chosen to keep them at home, or there isn't the availability. Transition those young people back into school is also going to be a challenge. Also, something we all need to be aware of is many autistic people will mask how they're feeling. They may not be able to express how they're feeling, or they might be masking. So even if an autistic person seems to be coping now with the changes, is appearing to be fine, that's not necessarily the case, and we might see more challenges later on. Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much, Tracey, for talking, and hopefully we can get some of your wise words out to people, and people will be able to come and find you on the web, and maybe if they need support, either the telephone or email, they can still get it.
Yes, definitely. They can contact us on info@expresscic.org.uk, and if we're not able to offer support or help, we can certainly link them up and signpost people to other organisations. I would say as well, we are all of our fundraising events have obviously been cancelled, and as a small organisation, that is really impacting us. If anyone would like to help, we do have a local giving and secure page, and they can contact us for details.
Excellent, good. Well, thank you. Give my best regards to everybody, and particularly Annette, and take care.
Okay, take care. Stay safe and well. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.